Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona and welcome back if you're practicing with me again. Today's class is a 45-minute Vinyasa flow and it's part 6 of the on and off the mat series of classes. And in class today we explore the concept of Anandamaya Kosha, the very inner layer of ourselves that is inherently blissful and content. So it's a joy-filled practice, a slow meditative flow to remind you of the things that bring you joy and also to create the conditions to experience more joy in your life. And if you like practicing with props, I'd recommend a block, a blanket and a belt, but you can do this practice without any of those props. And if you are enjoying the classes and you'd like to support me creating and posting each week, I'm on Patreon. All the details are in the description below. I really hope you enjoy this practice. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. And begin your practice coming into your most comfortable posture. You might like to sit upright, kneeling or crossing your legs, or recline back. And we'll start together pausing for a few minutes before we flow, so make sure your shape feels supportive and easeful. As you're ready, take a soft, focused gaze over the tip of your nose or gently close your eyes, shutting out the light. Begin to sense the support beneath you, earthing you, welcoming yourself to your practice. And let yourself just set aside anything you've been dealing with so far on this day or this week and invite yourself to be present, innocent to the moments now and in front of you. Take a slow, calm breath in. Pause, hold your breath, top of your inhale. And then part your lips, exhale long, emptying your breath. Again, breathe in slowly into your belly, your ribs, your chest. Hold. Exhale and empty. And then seal your lips now. Cycle your breath in and out through your nose. In today's practice, we focus on creating the conditions for peace and joy to permeate your whole being more regularly, aligning the layers of your body in such a way that your inner bliss body finds expression. And that's that deep authenticity within you that when we get still and quiet has the opportunity to shine through. Recall now an experience you've had where your whole being felt joy, one where time seemed suspended, you're immersed, and your attention was sharply present. Experience that moment again through your senses. What can you see all around you? What can you hear? Sense the air, the temperature of the air touching your skin in that moment. And recollect any fragrances in the air. Any memories of taste. And notice now, what do you feel in your heart thinking about your memory, this moment? Notice how vivid and technicolor your memory is. It's your pure presence and joy that captured that moment forever in your memory. And consider now that your practice has the capacity to create the conditions to experience this felt sense of joy more often. And all we need to do is peel away the resistance, the tightness, the gripping, the defending against life that we build around us to guard us, and give it space to release, to balance, to come into alignment, to cultivate our presence so even the small and ordinary moments inspire awe, joy, and bliss. Landing back softly now in the present moment by following the steady stream of your breath. And take 2 more breath cycles. And gently blinking your eyes open. If you're laying back, rolling out to one side, and we'll all meet up on all fours in a tabletop position. Just gliding through any movements here that feel intuitive. It might be a cat-cow combination or a barrel roll. Or you might feel inclined to warm and open your wrists, leaning your weight left and right. Just letting your breath overlap your movement. And from a yogic perspective, every human is believed to consist of 5 layers or sheaths known as koshas, which together make up our individual existence. Each layer represents different aspects of our being. Anandamaya Kosha is the innermost layer or sheath. The term Ananda in Sanskrit means bliss or joy, and Maya means composed of. So Anandamaya Kosha is a sheath made up of bliss. In yoga philosophy, it's said to be our inherent state, our true nature. Meet me back in a neutral spine now. We'll go 3 rounds of cat-cow together. Inhale, arch your spine, lift your chest. Exhale, round and flex your spine. Just be guided by the cadence of your breath, slow, steady, and even, same tempo. Last round. And then come back to a tabletop, balancing your shoulders over your wrists, anchoring your hands, tucking your toes, and just float your knees now a few inches from the floor in bear pose. Try not to drop the weight of your head, so keeping your eyes gently forward to the floor, containing your abdominal core. Next, exhaling breath, press back to your first downward facing dog. And again, just feel free to make any movements that feel natural for you, helpful to lengthen and stretch the back seam of your body. Your inner bliss body, Anandamaya Kosha, is a state of being where you experience an ease, contentment, unending joy, and a deep connection with life. We've all experienced some moments like this in our lives, but too often, though, we find ourselves kind of entangled with our emotions, our bodies, our egos, and we struggle to move toward this state of harmony and unity. So the main thing to remember is that the ultimate goal is not how often we touch this blissful state, but rather just to keep it as a constant reference point within ourselves. And soften your knees now, forward gaze, and take as many steps as you need to arrive at the top of your mat. Feet spaced, hips width apart, a generous bend in your knees. Hold on to opposite elbows and hang in an easy forward fold. As we start to move and flow now, I'll talk less on the concept and try and prompt you to experience it for yourself. So gradually aligning all the layers of yourself, your body, your breath, mind and heart, so you can settle into a place of restful alertness with ease and joy. Release your hands to the floor now. Hang in ragdoll, arms floppy. Then sipping a slow breath in, rise up to stand. Bringing your head, neck, shoulders up last. Hands to prayer at your heart center. You're going to step the feet about hips width apart, top of your mat. Next inhale, circle your arms overhead, gaze up. And then forward fold over your legs. Soften your knees as you fold. Breathing in, hands to shins, lengthen up halfway. Exhale, step your right foot back for low lunge on your fingertips. Tap your right knee to the floor. And just flowing now, inhale on your fingertips, lift your chest. Exhale into the half splits, drift your hips back and work towards straightening your left leg. And we'll go between the two twice more. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits, Ardha Hanuman. Again, lunge. And straighten. And holding there 3 breaths. Inhale together. And exhale. Breathing in. And breathing out. Last one. Breathe in. And as you breathe out now, transition into a gate pose. Turn to your right, face the long edge of your mat. Kickstand your right foot behind you, lift your torso. Tee out your arms. Straightening into your left leg. Take a wide breath. Exhale, side bend to your left. Left hand to your left leg. Send your right arm up and over to your left. Gently pressing your hips forward, grounding your left foot. And then keep your shape, just reach your left hand for your right hand overhead and tip a little deeper to your left. Take one more breath in. Exhale and release. Upright your spine. Swim your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers. Step your left knee in to greet your right, so you're in a high kneeling position. Take a breath. Puff your chest. And then exhale, forward fold any amount over your thighs. You can lower your seat or keep it raised, aiming your forehead, your torso toward the floor, and your arms away from your back, just in your comfortable range of motion. On your inhale, rise up, come to high kneeling, sweep your arms overhead, and then take your hands to the floor in front of you. Come back to a tabletop position, lean into your hands, tuck your toes, hover your knees like bear pose, and then step your feet wide apart for Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway onto the fingertips, and then exhale, forward fold between your wide legs. Lingering here, seeking an even, equal engagement through your thighs. Nice steady rhythmic cadence to your breath. Your mind patient and quiet. Next breath in, rise up halfway, lengthen your waist. Exhale, turn and face the back of your mat for a low lunge. Second side, cycling through, getting situated, left knee softly to the floor, fingertips frame your right foot. Inhale, curl your heart up. Exhale, half splits, buttocks drift back. Between the two, movement to breath, lunge on your inhale. Half splits, exhale. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, Ardha Hanuman, half splits. Pause and hold. 3 steady breaths. Moving into your gate pose, turn to your left, face the long edge of your mat, circling back. Kickstand your left foot behind you. Torso upright, arms go wide, right leg straight. Take a slow breath in, no rush. Exhale, side bend to your right. Right hand to your leg, left arm up and over to your right. Last few breaths, reach your right hand for your left overhead and see if you can tip a little deeper to your right. One more breath in. Exhale, release. Come upright, hands behind your back. Interweave your fingers. Step your right knee in to meet your left. Take a breath, open your chest. Exhale, forward, fold your version, one that favors your knees and your shoulders. 3 slow breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Last one together. Breathe in. And breathe out. Next inhale, rise. Standing on your shins, sweep the arms overhead. And then hands to the floor for tabletop. Lean into your hands, tuck the toes, hover your knees bare. Then hop or step your feet wide for your fold. Inhale, long spine, lift and open. Exhale, forward fold between your wide legs. Pausing here. Just resisting that temptation to fidget. It's finding a steady gaze point. And rather than just letting your breath happen arbitrarily, really trace the sensation of your breath. Feel and direct it. Next inhale, open your chest forward. And then walk around, face the top of your space, stepping back to plank pose. Take a pause. Then rest your knees, chest and chin. Land softly on your belly. Inhale, low cobra, an easeful arch to your spine. Exhale, roll back, downward facing dog. Just feel the energy of your breath settle. Notice any places in your body or your mind where you could expend less effort. Just inviting stillness. On your inhale now, raise your right leg up and back, down dog splits. Exhale, slow, step your right foot to your hands for high lunge. Rising slow with the wave of your inhale, arms reach up. Pause and settle and ground your feet. Feel the steady rise, easy fall of your breath. One more breath in. Exhale into supported warrior 3. Hands release down to the floor or a block off the top edge of your mat. Raise your left leg and flex your foot. Lifting your chest forward so you find length. Then stay for your exhale. Firm the muscles of your legs. One more breath in. And then transition into warrior 1. Carefully step your left foot back. Seal your heel. Reach your arms. Frame your ears. And pause for a few breaths. Just soften into your shape. Just notice if you walk your right foot to the right a little, it might offer a little bit more space to turn your left waist forward slightly so you feel a little bit more neutral and stable. Breathe a full breath in. And then swim your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Stay upright, breathe in, press into the feet. Exhale, humble warrior, forward fold. And if you have your balance, you can gently close your eyes here, feel into your shape. Just be in a shape where you can sense all the detail of subtle movement that's happening to keep you in balance. And also same time feeling easeful enough to move from here without having to unlock anything. Next breath in, release your arms, rise, reverse your warrior. Right arm sweeps up and back. And then come into a side angle pose, Pashva Konasana. You might like to lengthen your stride. Right forearm to the top of your right thigh. Left arm reaches up or overhead. Try and press up and out of your waistline, revolving your right ribs under your left. Let's take 2 more cycles of breath. And then take your hands to the floor. Send your right leg up and back, down dog splits. And then shift forward to a high push-up, a 3-point plank. And then flow through your vinyasa, modifying if that feels best. And return to downward facing dog. Three slow cycles of breath. On an inhale, raise your left leg up and back, down dog splits. Exhale, slow, step forward to your hands for high lunge. Moving slow, soft knees, rise tall on your inhale. Pause and hold here. One more breath in. And breathe out into supported warrior 3, hands down to the floor or your block, raise your right leg. Trying to lift your right leg from your inner thigh. Reach your chest forward on your inhale. Stay for your exhale. One more breath in. And then step back, warrior 1. Gracefully land your right foot. Seal your heel to the mat. Reach your arms. Frame your ears. Pause. Sensing the gentle rise, easy fall of your breath. On your exhale, hands behind your back, interweave your fingers. Stay upright, breathe in. Breathe out, humble warrior, forward fold. Keep anchoring your feet, feel your breath move through your whole shape. Next breath in, release your arms, rise and reverse your warrior, big sweep up with the left hand. And then into your side angle pose, left forearm to the top of your left thigh. Right arm reaches up. Lengthen your stride if that feels best. Lunge a little deeper if you have the space. Release, hands to floor, frame your front foot down, dog splits on your inhale, left leg up and back. And then shift forward to your high push-up, 3-point plank and flow through your vinyasa or take rest. We'll all meet up in downward facing dog. And every time we step onto our mats, we're not only shedding resistance and tension on a physical level, but we're offering ourselves a chance to cultivate our presence mentally and physically, practicing the patience to just be, to listen and be receptive, aligning all the layers of ourselves, creating space for experiencing the deeper layers of our being. So final standing sequence will flow similar and we'll add on. Inhale, reach your right leg up and back, down dog splits. Exhale, step up, high lunge. Rise with your in-breath. Stay for your out-breath. Steady your feet. One more breath in. Exhale, hands to prayer. Launch slowly into a warrior 3. Float your left leg up in space. 3 cycles of breath. Support yourself if you'd like that. On your exhale flow, step back, warrior 1. Reach your arms. And then hands behind your back, not your fingers. Inhale, curl your heart up. Exhale, fold, humble warrior. Breath to movement, inhale, rise. Reach up, reverse your warrior. Exhale over into your side angle, top arm, left arm overhead. Take a smooth breath in and out. And then hands to your mat, down dog split, sending your right leg up and back. Stay with me here this time, bend your knee, fan open through your hip. Squeeze your right heel toward your buttocks. So you might wish to stay here a little bit more steady and stable, or flip your dog, lower and land your right toes behind you, straighten your left leg and pike your hips. Take one more breath in, we're adding on. We'll meet up in side plank here, Vashisthasana on your left. So right hand straight up to the sky now. Press down through the blade edge of your left foot and either stack your feet or stagger your feet or even hover your right foot. Plank on your inhale and Vinyasa or downward dog, your choice. Over to the left side, inhale together, raise your left leg up and back, down dog splits. Exhale, step up, high lunge. Rise with your in-breath. Stay for your out-breath. Breathe in. Lower your hands to your heart center, finding your midline, transitioning into warrior 3. Tipping forward, raising your right leg. Try and create a feeling of balance across the back of your hips. Hands can support you if you need that support. Little bend in your standing leg will flow, stepping back lightly, warrior 1, reach your arms. Hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold, humble warrior. Breath to movement, inhale, release, rise. Reach up and back, reverse your warrior. And then over into side angle, left forearm to your thigh, right arm up and over. Smooth breath in and out. Hands to your mat. Down dog splits, left leg up and back. Bend your knee and open your hip. Clear and steady breathe. Feel free to stay here or flip your dog, just an option. Lower and land your left toes. Straighten your right leg, lift your hips high. Take an inhale here. And then carefully move into your side plank, your version. On your right, left hand reaches straight up. Right side body curves, lifts away from the floor. Release to plank on your inhale. And either take a vinyasa or settle into a child's pose from here, and we'll all meet up there. And just completing your exhales on purpose now, inviting your natural breath to return, softening your effort. Just pausing to integrate and feel the side effect of breathing intentionally and fully, and warming your body through movement. Notice what's loosened, stretched or lightened. Your practice helping to build a bedrock sense of ease and lightness to more readily access your bliss body. And go ahead, reach your arms forward now, glide up onto all fours, press back, downward facing dog. We're just here for a beat. Soften your knees, forward gaze, and step lightly to the top of your mat. Place your feet about hips width apart, and we'll take gorilla arms to re-lengthen the back of our wrists. Slide the palms of your hands under the soles of your feet, and bend your knees enough so you can really feel the length of your low back spine, no pulling. Take a breath, a quarter lift up, and then exhale, fold, dropping your toes toward your wrist creases, and same time lifting your hands against the resistance of your feet. 2 more steady breaths. And just stepping off your hands now, transitioning into yogi squat, malasana, widening your feet away from one another. Angle your toes down, come to sit down on the back of your calves, hands to prayer. So seek out an accommodating version of this pose. If your knees and ankles don't like deep flexion, you can stay more elevated or even take a loose forward fold if that feels best. If you're in squat, ease your elbows into your inner knees to widen the gate of the pose, and activate the legs, pressing down through the outer feet. Lifting your heart toward your thumbs. 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. Releasing now, take a seat. And if you have a yoga belt or a strap, setting it off to the right side of your mat and recline down onto your back for a gentle bridge flow. So you're going to bend the knees, setting your feet up as wide as your hips, placing your arms alongside your body. On your inhale now, raise just your right arm overhead, lift your hips, and softly turn your gaze to your left. So your chin toward your left shoulder. And then on an exhale, lower your arm, your hips, turn your gaze back toward the ceiling. Switching sides, inhale, float your left arm overhead, raise your hips, looking to your right. And exhale, lowering down, trying to land your hand, your buttocks, your gaze all at the same time. Both arms now, inhale, lift your hips, arms overhead, and you can bend the elbows if that feels good. And then on an exhale, keep the hips lifted, lower your arms alongside your body. And just pause and linger here in your bridge, letting your breath open into your chest. Gently lowering down, sensing a soft release of your breath. Then take a moment to pause. We'll move into Supta Padangusthasana, reclined big toe pose. So we're re-lengthening the muscles of the lower back. Hug your right knee in toward your chest, and if you have a belt, you can use it here, loop it around the balls of your right toes. And we'll all extend right heel up toward the ceiling. If you're not using a belt, just interlace your hands anywhere behind the back of your right leg and hold on at a height that allows you to rest and surrender your upper body into the mat without flattening the curve of your lower back. Just take about 5 to 8 slow breaths. And then very gently release, rebend the knee, gather your knee in toward your chest, and then make your way into a reclined twist. Carry your right knee over to the left, extending your right arm out into either a loose cactus shape or extended. And then aim to soften your right shoulder blade down and toward the mat. So moving yourself away from gripping or tensing in the body, finding an easeful place to land. And then coming back through center, 2 feet to the floor, a moment to align through the length of your body. And we'll switch sides, hug your left knee in, extending your left leg up toward the ceiling. Belt or no belt, just finding that comfortable way of being, your head resting, shoulders resting. And just honouring a natural curve in your low back. Following the detail of each breath. And very gently release. Tuck your knee back in, soften over into your twist, left knee over to your right. Maybe shifting your hips back a little to your left, aligning your spine, pause and breathe here. Just finding comfort in your twist so your breath can rise and fall free and easy. And gently roll back onto your back. Coming into our final posture, happy baby. Gather the knees in nice and wide. Catch a hold outer edges of your feet or the back of your knees. And then draw your knees down toward the armpits. Soles of the feet look like they're holding the ceiling up. Resting, releasing through the length of your spine now. One more breath in. One more breath out. Release your feet. Grab any additional layers or props you may wish to have as you come to rest in shavasana. Expanding your shape now, taking up the space around you, stepping your legs out long and wide, your arms by your sides. Shuffle out any restlessness, settling the weight of your body into the support beneath you. And here you're inviting yourself to enter into a rhythm of restful alertness, your senses drawing away from your surroundings. And allow your jaw to soften, your tongue to grow wide. Relaxing the muscles of your shoulders, your arms, your palms and your fingers, dissolving your effort. Just softening the front and back of your hips, the larger muscles of your legs. Feeling the weight of your heels bearing down into the floor. And fully inhabiting your body, so you're allowing yourself to dissolve into the experience of this moment. Feeling a wholeness, completion, and peace in this stillness. Letting your awareness now settle at your heart space. Notice the softening wave of your breath as your body continues to relax. Taking a moment to silently express your gratitude to your body for carrying you through your practice today. And finally, sending your silent gratitude to someone or something in your life that fills you with joy. Think of the many ways they have touched your life. Feel the warmth and luminosity of their being, and send them your love and your gratitude. And let that joyful feeling permeate your whole body now as you rest. And I'll be back to guide you back in a few minutes. And gently, softly ease your awareness back. Breathe a deeper breath. And bring some movement to your body. Bending your knees and taking your feet to the floor. And just when you're ready, rolling out to your right side. Take one last rest. And then ease your way back up to sit. Thanks so much for joining me for practice today. I hope you're glowing on the inside, feeling open, able to approach the rest of your day with joy and bliss. Namaste.